Welcome to today's quick demo on Azure about how we can create a bot. So to create a bot, let me click on create a resource in my Azure portal, and then let me choose Q&A maker. And I am going to create a Q&A maker. So let me give some details about this. And this is one of many Azure cognitive services available by Microsoft. These are all in form of API. So as a developer, you can consume and use it in your application. That's what I'm going to do now. So let me create a new resource group. Let's say RG bot demo 2. And then I say, okay. I give a name to my Q&A maker. I select a free tier. Now I can see that in this Q&A maker, you have got multiple different pricing tier. So based on number of transactions, etc., you can either select free or standard. So free has got some limitation, like I've got 3 managed documents per month, 3 transactions per second, etc. So I will select the free for this demo, and then I'll say East US, and then I say free tier, and I will select disable. I don't want to monitor. So application inside is mainly for monitoring Q&A. Once I click validate, it will just go ahead and check all the names and etc. uniquely available. Though it checks during the entry time, but it might not happen when you entered, and then when you click on create, few minutes might have passed and somebody might have already created using the same name. So that second time validation is required. Now it kick-started the Q&A maker deployment process, and this is where you will be able to see live what is happening. Just in case you switch to another view, you can always come back by clicking here and then see the status. Now it is kind of looks like all created, but it's yet to show me in the status. While it is doing that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go to careers.microsoft.com. That's the portal from where you can apply jobs to Microsoft. And then if I go at the bottom of this page, I see something called FAQ. So when somebody is trying to apply, they might have questions, and it is all listed here, most of them, but it is difficult to find. Let's say you need to read through all of them or search. So I'm going to use this FAQ page for my Q&A so that a bot can be built on top of that. I can see that it is underway, so it's still creating the resources. So what I can go to this resource group and then see and say deployment succeeded. The notification comes and I go here and see the deployment. Right now my Q&A maker is kind of ready. You can see that. What I now can do, once this Q&A service is created, what I need to do is that I need to go to the Q&A-maker.ai, and if you enter into this website, it will ask you to provide your login user ID and password. So do provide the same Azure credential which you have used, and then in this you will find the My Knowledge Base section. So if you already have created Q&A, you will be able to see them listed over here. Because I have created it just now, you might not see anything over here. So I only have one. So I can just choose the create a knowledge base. So since my Q&A service is already created, I pick up from the service. So I pick up from the subscription. I have created the Q&A maker, and I select the Q&A service I just now have created, and I select the language I want my Q&A service to come. Now, when you create a knowledge base, you can either add things manually, or you can add from an URL. So you can also upload documents like PDF, doc file. So let me give a name. So MSFT job FAQ, and then I say that I want to use this URL. That's the FAQ page. So I'll come back to the Q&A maker, provide the FAQ page. I can add multiple URLs. You can see that. And when you ask, like, let's say a few questions like, or provide a statement like, good morning, how do you want the bot to respond to you? So is it a professional response or a friendly or witty? So let's say professional response. And I click on create a knowledge base. And as it says that this will take few moments. Once this step is created, you can see that knowledge base appears, and you can even alter. Knowledge base means that you manually add those questions or change it. So for example, what information should I include? If you want a different kind of question which people generally ask to be added, you can always keep on adding different phrases for the same question, and then different answers to the same answer as well. So this gives you an ability to modify this Q&A. So it has got 13 pages. You can see that all extracted from the jobs portal of Microsoft FAQ and has been stored over here. Now, once this is done, what you need to do is just you need to say test. Let me just try it out. So it'll give you a dummy thing. Let me say resume. If it can fetch anything related to resume, it will show you here. And I can say referral, and then referral related information. So this is fine, looks fine. And I say save and train, and this will train the model. So once this training is over, what I need to do is that I need to go to my knowledge base now, and I should be able to see the list of knowledge bases I have now. Here you go. And then if I click on the knowledge base, it takes me to the knowledge base. That's absolutely fine with me. If I now go back to the Azure portal where I have created this Q&A maker, and I pick the cognitive service Q&A maker, and it takes me to the cognitive services page, right? And then I get to see all the details about it, and I get to see the keys if I have to include it in my application, etc. It'll be all available for me. So let me go to this app service. And that's where the Q&A will pop up. So let me go quickly back into this Q&A maker page and show you a few things. And I have an option to, let's say, publish it. Now what it says that your knowledge base is ready, the model is trained. Now you want to publish this, so let me create the publish. Once you create the publish, this will give me a couple of options. Now one of the options it gives me is that create a bot, and what all bots I can create, and or you can even use this kind of curl based or Postman direct API call just to test. So let me just create a bot. What it's going to do is that it's going to create a bot, WGKNA bot, and then it'll put it inside the resource group, and then it will be created in the, let's choose the same location like East US, and then I select the free tier because just for the demo purpose, and the name can contain alphanumeric, must be between 6. Let me put WG, and then you can choose either C# or Node.js, and then key automatically comes from the Q&A. You can see automatically, and I don't need an app inside, so let me choose the existing. Yeah, that's fine. And then the app inside is not required, so let me switch it off, and then I say create. What this will do, this will create another service within the same resource group called web app bot. So this is not your typical app services, but it's a bot app service which will have few JavaScript, C# code embedded into it, which will internally call the API. The way I've seen in the Q&A maker, it showed you that you can call this via curl or postman, because it's at the end of the day HTTP endpoint, and this will be created in a moment. So this is getting created. We can just watch it in our deployment window, and this will show me if any resource is created. So this should be ideally very quick because the app services plan is already created. We have used the existing app services plan. That means what is the server, what is the location, what is the size, etc. So you can see that the website is created. The website name is this. So if I go back to my resource group, I'll be able to see the WGKNA, and then you will see bot has been created. Now let me just see what is there. Yeah, that's the app service which got created. Now if I just make sure that it is created, yeah, so it is created. Now you can see that the bot is created, and it says what all you can do in terms of design data and some of the helping document. One of the cool things about this is that you can test this bot. So you can test it from Azure portal itself. So if I just say test in web chat, so if let's say if you embed the web chat in your website, how it may look like. So that's a kind of experience. So let me put something like good morning. Let's see how the bot responds to my good morning. Hello and welcome. That's fine. And then I say refer. I say resume, and if it is really, yeah, you can upload multiple resumes. You can see that these are all coming from the FAQ page. There is some answer which has got a question, a keyword resume. So all these things are being handled by our internal AI system, which is being exposed as one of the cognitive services, that is Q&A maker. So my bot is sort of ready. Now, if you want to embed this bot and use it with your existing tools like Teams, or let's say Facebook, you can do that. This is currently running. So, but we have on top of that, we have other ways to interact with the bot. So for example, if you want to use your Facebook, you can do that. You can use your Teams. So let me click on configure Teams, and then if it says that Microsoft Team commercial, that's what I am using. So if you're using something different, you can always do that. And then I say save, and I say agree, and this is going to create an endpoint. So what I can basically do, I can just pick up the endpoint and then open it in a browser, which will pop up Teams, and then I will be able to ask the same question to the Teams, right? So now I'll go back here, and then I say edit, test your bot in Teams, and then calling is not required, so let me just fine. So I'll click here. You can see a link here coming at the bottom of my screen. If I just copy the link and let's say open it in a browser, this ideally will open the browser and then ask me to launch the Teams. So let me launch it. And you can see that the bot has come up. So this is the bot I just now have created. Now I can ask same set of questions. So you can just see that I can ask question like, hi. I'm sure there will be no answer because I have not added anything like that. Hello and welcome. Oh, it's fine. And then I say resume interview. I can even ask question. So you can see that there's a link to page. You can just wanted to say what is the referral policy. Maybe that should be the ideal question if I want to ask. So it's literally giving me the answers, picking up from the FAQ page, and you see that how easy it is to build the bot, right? I didn't have to write any line of code. I didn't have to do any tweak. I just took the URL from the careers portal, put it in my Q&A service, made a bot out of it, and then I just published it in the Teams channel. You can use it in your portal as another pop window, or you can use it with Facebook and other things. So if you have multiple different channels you want to interact with, you can publish one bot to multiple different channels. Hope you have enjoyed, and thank you very much.